Hello, my dears. Marta here again. I thought I'd jump on and continue the conversation about real estate and cemeteries. Okay, so if you recall, the last post that I did dealt with asking whether you'd be willing to buy or live in a property that's across the street from a cemetery, as you see here. So on the line right now is that beautiful fourplex, let's say. And there's about $45,000 on the line if I have to think about my commission. What do you think I told my client? What kind of advice do you think I gave him and his partner, his business partner, about this project? Well, number one, I said, I really want to like this project. I really do. But there's things we have to discuss. You know, there's always pros and cons. There's barely a perfect property in this world. Close, but not always. And the decisions that builders and owners make when they're creating the properties, they can impact the next owner for the rest of their life. And that is why I have focused most of my efforts in the first decade of my career with working with buyers, because buying is one of the most dangerous parts of real estate. Selling, I don't want to say it's easy, but that is a whole other ballgame. But by focusing on one specialty to start, it has allowed me to see a lot of properties, first of all, but it has created the foundation that is required to help your sellers as well. By working with all the buyers that I have, I know what they're going to object to. I know the issues that you're going to come across when you're on the selling side. I know what people want. I know what they don't want. I know what scares them. I know what deters them. I know all their objections. The thing with objections is, anytime there's objections, it can affect your bottom line as an owner for down the road for resale, or as a landlord when trying to rent. With my poll that I did, it's been really interesting. On Do Calgary Real Estate, it's been about a 50-50 split for whether you would consider buying something across the street from the cemetery or living in it. And on my more personal page with followers on Facebook, the difference is about 75 who say no way, and maybe 20 to 30% that say they don't mind. Why is this important? I did that poll to get a fresh look at where people are at with their thinking today. And personally, the cemetery doesn't bother me. But when it comes to real estate, cemeteries can impact your financial bottom line. It just is what it is, right? By choosing a property across the street, you are essentially eliminating 50% of your buying pool. And anytime you do that, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily the end of the world. It just means that you have to be okay with the challenges that you're going to face. And the challenges are going to be that half the people that see your property are not going to see the value in it, or they might altogether not purchase it, or they're not going to rent it, or the values are going to never be as high as the same property positioned somewhere else. And that's the reality, that's the facts. You can't get away with it. It just is what it is. So whether you're a builder, developer, or a regular person looking to buy property, these are factors that you need to consider. I'm not saying that they're automatic cross-offs the list. You know, everyone's going to think about things differently. But if we are purely thinking about money, you need to be aware of those impacts. But honestly, it's just a peaceful place. Many beautiful souls that have lived here. It'd be great to kind of know what kind of lives they lived. So there's pros and cons. And what I told my client is, I really want to like this property. You know, the good thing about it is a quality built fourplex. It's one of two that are newer, that are beautiful in the city. All the other ones are falling apart in people's junk that they're selling at this moment in time anyways. So there is good opportunity in it, but there's definitely challenges. And one of them is being that it's across the cemetery, because this will always, forever, remain an objection. Whether you're buying or renting out, there's going to be people with different takes. And anytime there's an objection, I like to either eliminate it or make sure that the properties that my people buy don't have to face, because it just adds an extra layer of a challenge. So for that reason, I'm not crazy about it.